What if I told you that one of the biggest breakthroughs for modern farming has been right under our noses? Or, well, under our feet this whole time. Today, we are digging into a farming miracle that's been hiding in plain sight.
Just think about this for a second. What if there was one single substance that could help with some of agriculture's toughest problems? Improving tired-out soil, getting better crop yields, and, oh yeah, helping to fight climate change, all at the same time. I mean, it sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it?
Well, it's a real thing, and it has a name, biochar. And this simple-looking black stuff might just be at the heart of a huge shift in how we think about sustainable farming.
Okay, so I've just thrown this word biochar at you. What in the world is it, actually? Let's get a really clear idea before we dive into all the cool stuff it can do.
So at its core, biochar is basically this black charcoal-like substance. But, and this is super important, it's not the same stuff you'd use for a barbecue. This is made specifically for farming with one goal in mind, to make soil way, way better.
So how does this stuff work its magic? How can something so simple have such a big impact? Let's break down the 5 key ways biochar can bring tired, worn-out soil back to life.
First off, biochar directly makes soil more fertile. And the secret here isn't some complex chemical reaction, it's actually physical. It all comes down to its structure, which is packed with these teeny tiny pores that change everything.
You can think of those little pores as turning biochar into a kind of nutrient magnet. It literally grabs onto essential plant food, things like nitrogen and potassium, and holds them in the soil so they don't just get washed away. This means all that good stuff stays right where the plant roots can get it, and farmers waste less fertilizer.
But it's not just locking in the food. Biochar also totally transforms how soil deals with water, which, as you know, is pretty much the most critical resource there is.
Right. So those exact same porous structures that grab nutrients, they also help the soil hold on to water like a giant sponge. This keeps moisture available for plant roots for a much longer time, which is an absolute game changer in dry areas or during those really hot summers.
Okay, so we've got nutrients and water covered. What else could it do? Well, it physically changes the ground itself. Its third major benefit is improving the actual structure of the soil.
You know how a lot of farmland gets really hard and packed down over time? It basically suffocates the roots. Well, adding biochar makes that dense soil lighter and fluffier, more aerated. This lets the roots breathe and grow deeper, giving them better access to all that water and nutrition we were just talking about. And the benefits go even deeper, like down to the microscopic level. It turns out biochar is also amazing for that invisible world of microbes that all healthy plants totally depend on. Think of it like this. Biochar is like building luxury, high-rise apartments for all the good guy microbes. It gives beneficial bacteria and fungi a safe, stable home. And these little critters are crucial for cycling nutrients and even helping plants fight off diseases. And finally, number 5. Biochar helps balance the soil's chemistry. A lot of farmland can become too acidic over time, which really stresses out the crops. Biochar naturally helps to correct that imbalance, making the soil a much happier place for plants to grow.
So let's just do a quick recap of what it does for the soil. It's a nutrient magnet, it's a water sponge, it fluffs up the soil for roots, it's a home for microbes, and it lowers acidity. It's like a 5-in-1 revival kit for your dirt.
But the story doesn't end there, not even close. The benefits of biochar ripple outwards, affecting the whole farm and, believe it or not, the entire planet. So, because biochar makes the soil so darn efficient at holding on to nutrients, farmers can use a lot less synthetic fertilizer. This is just a massive win-win. It saves them a ton of money, and it's great for the environment because it means less chemical runoff into our waterways.
And now we get to what might just be the most powerful, most important benefit of all. This isn't just good for the farm, it's a seriously powerful tool in the fight against climate change.
You see, when biochar is made, the carbon that was in the original plants gets locked into this incredibly stable form. So when you add that biochar to the soil, you're not just improving it, you're literally burying that carbon, locking it away from the atmosphere for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. It turns our farms into giant long-term carbon sinks.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway here? What's the main idea we should really hold on to?
I think this quote just nails it. Biochar isn't some kind of magic potion. It's just smart science, it's sustainability, and it's savvy farming, all rolled into one.
And you can really see this beautiful cycle in action. It all starts with richer soil.
which leads to stronger crops. That means lower costs for the farmer. And the whole time, that process is actively pulling CO2 out of the air. It's just this incredible positive feedback loop.
Which really leaves us with one big, important question. As we're all looking for new ways to build a more sustainable future, could it be that one of our best tools is this simple, ancient black substance? The potential is definitely something to think about.